Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Brian from Let's Talk Beer. We're inside the Let's Talk Beer studios, and I'm testing out some of the streaming stuff. I want to make sure the video isn't skipping. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hop online and see if there's any more Anchor news to get into. Some of the news of the past week for Anchor, they were bought by Sapporo or acquired by Sapporo, and I want to see if there's any updates on that. And might as well do that while we look into the stream here. We may as well get right into the listicles here because there are a few obviously, and this is from Eater San Francisco, and we'll see what they do here. This is 6 important things to know about the Anchor's sale to Sapporo, and it better not be I better have to click through all this, but let's see what goes on here. Oh man, yeah. Here we go. Okay. Number one, the originally undisclosed sale price was $85 million. That's smaller than the other California craft beer buyouts in recent memory, like Ballast Point's sale to Constellation Brands for $1 billion and Heineken's acquisition of Lagunitas for about $1 billion. But Anchor actually produces less beer than those other breweries do. 135,000 barrels in 2016, doing roughly $33 million in sales, although that represents the brewery only operating at around 50% capacity. Interesting stat. Number two, Anchor will keep its operation in Portrero and add a new tap room across the street. Anchor owns the brewery where it operates, as well as space across Daharo Street, where the new owners plan to open a tap room to the public. So an Anchor tap room is cool. As Jeff and I talked about, the wait for a tour of the original brewery goes out for months or years. So I wonder if that'll be the same. Anchor's plans to build a second brewery and a visitor center at Pier 48 are on hold. So Pier 48 in San Francisco, popular area there where all the good stuff happening there. They announced in 2013 that they're going to expand to Pier 48. Looks like those plans are now on hold. So interesting. Largely at issue are problems with Pier 48's structural integrity. It could be very expensive to bring up to code and move in. That's the price Sapporo might not care to pay for a brewery it just bought. So that's on hold. I don't know if it was discussed in the deal, but it looks like that's on hold because now they have to go through Sapporo to get that money to do that. Number four, Anchor Distilling isn't included in the sale and will spin off on its own. So I guess Anchor had its own distillery, and they are not going to give that to, it's called Anchor Distilling Company, an offshoot of Anchor, and it's not going to be going to Sapporo. They do premium vodkas and gins and some more spirits. So, okay. It'll become fully independent in its own right. Number five, Anchor will get kicked out of San Francisco Brewers Guild when the sale goes through. San Francisco's Independent Trade Association writes that Anchor no longer fits the bill for membership because of it's now more than 25% owned by a non-craft brewer. Quote, it will be beyond sad not to count Anchor Brewing Company as a member, given their rich heritage both in craft beer industry and San Francisco. The Guild's executive director, Joanne Marino, writes in a press release. Yikes. Which was then tweeted. I don't know why they would say that. And number six, finally, the local beer community's reaction is mixed. Duh. Rather than shocked, locals and industry insiders appear sad or disappointed by the sale, reports some guy from the Chronicle. Some Twitter pundits, it's probably me, I don't know, suggest that Anchor's acquisition and its sale price reveal a financially precarious company that had to be bought to survive in the long run. That's in contrast to a vision of craft beer sellouts who talk about importance of an independent brewing before crashing into Budweiser. Anchor's most prominent owner, Fritz Maytag, didn't start the brand. He bought it and built it up to what it's become. And then he sold it in 2010 to the Griffin Group, an investment and consulting company from former Sky Vodka executives. So as Jeff was mentioning, because Jeff had some good insight on it because he'd been out there and obviously respects the brand. Yeah, Fritz Maytag bought it, but then also he had then recently sold it, which selling it to an investment group versus selling it to a big beer company, what's the difference? And now we're trying to figure out what's the difference between selling out or what is really selling out. I don't know if we'll ever find out, but that's the case there. So that's just it. I want to test the stream out. We are live here in the Let's Talk Beer studios, and until next time, Keep it locked on Let's Talk Beer. Cheers.